Nagesh, a retired civil servant. So after my after taking my voluntary retirement with the state government after a span of nearly 29 years, in which I held various assignments spanning different departments. In a 29-year career, I must have seen 30 to 32 departments. The only place where I completed a full stint of 5 years is with the Right to Information. I was the secretary for the Right to Information in Karnataka. So today's question, which we take up for discussion, it is common to Gen Studies 2 and also common to Gen Studies 4. So this topic is transparency accountability. So in transparency and accountability, you have the RTI, you have the Whistleblower Protection Act, you have the Citizens Delivery of Services Bill. So we take up one unit in transparency and accountability. I told you this topic is common for GS2 and GS4. See the question. The Supreme Court ruling that citizens can access information through High Court records is a ruling against judicial transparency. So this question is basically, it is relating to the RTI Act and the judiciary. First we have an introduction, then we see the type of information which is being shared in the High Court, then we come to the issues of concern. First, the Supreme Court in the case of Central Information Commission versus High Court of Gujarat held that information which is sought by a person can be accessed by following the procedure laid down in the High Court rules. See, this was a continuation of the order in which the CIC, the Central Information Commission, had directed the registry of the Supreme Court to furnish documents under the provisions of the RTI Act. So in this background, what happens, you see the confusion between the RTI Act 2005 and the rules of the High Court, which are being followed by all the High Courts. So the basic issue would be whether judicial transparency, how is maintained, or how far is the judiciary transparent. So we had an introduction in which we spoke of the ruling of the Supreme Court, where it said that any citizen requiring information from the High Court can access it by following the procedure laid down in the rules of the High Court. Importance of sharing records. See, what sort of records is an individual interested in? See, in a criminal case, it is prosecution before a criminal court is to hold the police accountable. So what will happen is, the information being sought in respect of a police action, in respect of prosecution before a criminal court, is if you have enough evidence to hold the police accountable. In a writ petition, whether it is under Article 226 or under Article 32, the government is held accountable. See, the problem is all these documents are court documents, court records. So accessing these records is of prime necessity, prime importance to an individual. The RTI Act 2005, Section 22 of the Act gives the RTI Act power over all other laws. See, this is basically because this particular section, why it was introduced is, every time the legislature can't go on checking whether this contradicts that law, whether this law contradicts the other law. So it is an omnibus provision in the RTI Act, Section 22, which gives it overriding powers against all other laws. However, this Section 22 of the RTI Act is a matter of dispute between the Supreme Court and the government. Now, you see the procedure for getting information. Under the RTI Act 2005, suppose I file a request for information. Every department has a public information officer. I go to the public information officer, I pay the prescribed fee, then I get the information. And here also the PIO cannot create information, he cannot destroy information, he cannot interpret information, he cannot settle disputes. So the power of the PIO is limited. Whatever record is available, on payment of a prescribed fee, he gives it in 30 days. So it is very transparent. Every department has a public information officer to whom you can go and access information. Of course, there are exceptions like the Security of India, then defense secrets, patents, or matters relating to the Supreme Court. Then these cannot be accessed. Coming to the High Court, how do you access information? See, High Court, if I want to access information, the party has to go before the registry of the High Court or the Supreme Court. So the High Court allows only parties to the legal proceedings to access records. Others cannot access the records. Suppose the third party wants the information, he has to justify why the information is required. In the High Court, I told you the registry, that is the registrar, this section will decide on whether the information has to be given or not. That is the exclusive discretion of the registry of the High Court or Supreme Court. This is not there in the RTI Act. RTI Act, it is very simple. You go straight away, go before the public information officer, pay the prescribed fee, you get the document, provided the document is available and provided there is the, like what should I say, it is not restricted information. Then one more hitch in getting information from the High Court. See, the application for access of documents what you have filed, it goes before the High Court judge. The High Court judge will determine whether the record is to be given or not. This is not there in the RTI Act. You have to give the information. And you see the procedure now. Suppose if every time you have to go to the registry, you have to go to the High Court for before a judge to get information, it becomes very difficult. It is difficult for ordinary litigants to enter the court premises, given the atmosphere of secrecy and other things. So this is the problem in accessing information in the Supreme Court. I mean, accessing information, that is documents, as far as the High Court and Supreme Court are concerned, and information how it is accessed through the RTI Act. So this is the basic issue which you have to remember. So the track record of transparency in the Supreme Court is far from satisfactory. As I told you earlier in one of the videos, India is the only country where the judges appoint themselves. So there is no transparency in appointment, and even for sharing information, there is no transparency. So this particular question, how do you answer a question on this? As I told you, the question says, the Supreme Court ruling that citizens can access information only through High Court records is a ruling against judicial transparency. So in transparency and accountability are the hallmarks of good governance. That is why the Parliament passed the Right to Information Act in 2005, providing for transparency and accountability. And the RTI Act was passed to end the culture of secrecy and to see that the citizens get whatever documents they require. But here, when you see the practice in the judiciary, see, the judiciary has got its own set of rules, the High Court rules, which lay down the procedure for accessing information. As I told you earlier, see, the information could be with reference to criminal proceedings, it could be with reference to the writ petition or a PIL. So you may want information on any particular issue, but here the process of sharing the records, sharing the information has been made very cumbersome. As I told you, you will have to go first to the registry, the registrar of the High Court, who will determine whether the information sought for is in accordance with the rules. Then the discretion is there. You contrast the PIO under the RTI Act. The PIO has no discretion. He has to give you information within 30 days. It's another matter. If he does not give information, you can go to an appeal to the First Appellate Authority, then again before the Commission by way of complaint, which can penalize the Public Information Officer by fining him 25,000, apart from recommending disciplinary action against him. Such a thing is not there in the Supreme Court. This is the difference between the High Court rules with the Supreme Court is asking the High Court to follow where request for information is required, and in respect of the Right to Information Act. So basically, transparency is affected, as I told you earlier, when the registry of the High Court decides whether information has to be given or not. Then again, the problem is regarding the High Court judge who decides whether the information has to be given. So the process of going through the registry, going through the High Court is cumbersome, and moreover, in an atmosphere of secrecy, in an atmosphere of high security, it is difficult for an ordinary litigant to get access to information. So this is where there is the eternal tussle between the executive and the judiciary over sharing information. Whereas the RTI is an instrument of transparency and accountability, the Supreme Court has clung on to certain preconceived notions and come to the conclusion that the High Court access to High Court records is only through the rules prevailing in the concerned High Courts. So thereby the ruling of the Supreme Court becomes an exercise against judicial transparency. Thank you.